Hey guys, how are you? All right, so raise your hands. Who knows exactly what they want to do with their life? You? Okay, so we have a few people here that know exactly what they want to do with their life. And why do I ask this question? Obviously, if you're here, you want something, you want to learn a little bit more, learn what the panel has to say. Maybe that'll give you some ideas or insights as to perhaps what you would like to do. And I've read a statistic, and I'm sure it's changed, but probably not much. More than 87% of people hate their jobs. Anybody ever heard that? Okay. Anybody's parents hate their jobs? Anybody you know hate their jobs? Okay. Why is that important? If you look at the panel, if you look at anybody that spoke up here today, what you'll find is what is the driving force between everybody here, and it's passion. Okay. So I'd ask you to reflect upon what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you truly love? What do you, even more importantly, what do you want to create? Forget about the profession. Those are tools. What do you want to, what is the change that you want to be in this world? And whatever that is, the profession that you choose is just your tool to get there. Okay? Dr. Holder had an amazing life story that was very life-changing for her with the impacts in her life, and she pursued it and continues to pursue it. And Dr. Munoz, the same thing, and Gabby, the same thing. He's something inside of him is burning and saying, I need to help somebody. Anybody here has a desire to help people? Anybody? Okay. That's an underlying characteristic of people in the health field. Okay. As you know, I'm a physical therapist. That's one of my tools that I use to help people. And not only do we help people, but I get to change people's lives in many different aspects. And I was born and raised like Gabby. I was born and raised here in Miami. I did my undergrad here as an athletic trainer and exercise physiologist. Also, I'm a strength coach. And then I went on and I did my physical therapy here. I was just taken on a tour of the facilities. I graduated about 7 years ago, which seems really long ago now, but it feels like I was here the other day. But when I drove in here, I didn't recognize half the buildings here because they weren't around, which is funny because my dad also came here and he told me the same thing when he went to FIU. When I was going to FIU, he was like, there's all these buildings. He goes, when I was here, there was the airstrip. You know that this used to be like an airstrip. I don't know if you know this, but it was. And there, I don't know if it's still here, that tower where the health clinic used to be. Yes. It's not there anymore. I don't know. There was a tower, and PC was there, and I don't know, DM was there, and that's it. So what I want to get across to you guys today is follow your passion. What is it that you really want? Understand what your ultimate goal in life is. Okay? And it doesn't matter if you head the wrong way. All you gotta do is stop, turn around, and head the other way. Life is not like when you're in school. Okay, we're in an academics environment. Maybe that's not the best thing to say, but academia, up to a point, teaches you and builds a foundation, as Dr. Holder was saying, to empower you to create greatness. That being said, life is not pass and fail. Life is a series of failures that get you one step closer. If you think you're going to be perfect throughout your life, you're mistaken. And anybody that tells you that is also mistaken. That's what life is about, is making those mistakes and auto-correcting. A missile that's being shot from an airplane to its target doesn't go in a straight line. It's auto-correcting in the air all the time. It doesn't just go from point A to point B. It auto-corrects. And that's what your life is going to be about. Find whatever is that passion for you. Find whatever that ultimate goal is for you. And see those points in your lives, those inflection points that are going to cause you to head towards that. As a physical therapist, I'm a very hands-on physical person, so it was a perfect fit for me. That being said, I don't practice physical therapy in a traditional sense. I don't work in a hospital. I don't work in a clinic. Along the lines with Gabby there, I really felt that there were certain aspects of the profession that were being watered down. Like anything, there are good doctors, good therapists, bad therapists. But one of the things that I felt was that I needed to do things my way, a certain level of excellence that I demand of myself and that I want to be able to give to my patients and my clients. And the only way I felt I could do that was to open up my own business. So I was fortunate that my dad always told me, do what you love. Forget about the money, forget about anything like that. And let me clarify this. Money is not bad, okay? No, and I'm serious. People think that in order to help people, you have to be poor, and if you're rich, you're not doing as much as you could. In fact, exact opposite in a lot of cases. The more you have available to you, it is your responsibility, I feel, to be able to help out others. And it's not about giving back. It's about contributing because you want to. It's about creating something better. Anybody heard of Tom's Shoes? Tom's? Anybody? Anybody have them on? All right, so what's their thing? That one for one, creating a story that's worth sharing. So if you don't know, it's a pair of shoes. You buy a pair of shoes, they put a pair of shoes on a kid in Argentina or in Africa or something like that. It's a one for one. You buy it, and essentially you're buying one for somebody else, and they hand place them on that. Well, I took that and I got inspired because I really believe that is the future of philanthropy and business in general, is combining the two. And so what we did is I run fitness boot camps as well as physical therapy and so forth. And so what we did is, for anybody who comes into a boot camp for every month, I believe education is very important, and I think it's important to start at a young level. So what we do is, for every month that each of our members are there at our boot camp, we donate a book bag with supplies to a child in need. And then every August, we collect all those book bags with supplies, and everybody that can come, we go and we hand place or put them on each child's back. And these are kids that wouldn't otherwise get them. And book bag doesn't seem like a big thing, but what I've learned through this process, through speaking to different teachers, is it's a tool. If you don't have a book bag, there's a good chance you're not going to bring your books or something to write with or paper. And as a result, when you're in class, you're not going to be writing stuff down. You're not going to. So it's a trickle down effect. At the end of the day, they still have to do it, but it empowers them to do one step further. So I'd encourage you, before I talk too much, I'd encourage you, find what is that passion for you. Find what you love. Find why you like to do it. What empowers you? What is that burning desire? Just like everybody up here spoke about passion. I'm very adamant about doing something that you love and creating that. And that may change several times. It's changed. Ask my wife how many times I come in, I got a new idea. She's like, no. This one's good. Let's keep it this one. And I can't, because when you can't go to sleep because you're so excited because you want to help somebody else, because you have that next idea, you have that next step in your life that you want to take to make a difference, to empower people, to change the world, and however, if it's one person at a time, and that's the best way to start. One person at a time. Don't think you have to walk into a room of 1 million people and you're going to change everybody's life. If all you ever did was every person that you engaged in and smiled and be sincere about it, to the point where you've caused a reaction in that person, you've changed their lives in one way or another. You impact everybody around you, whether you know it or not. It's your decision how you want to do it. So, thank you.